Hello children. Today let's learn how to make a choreography for the poem Not Just a Teacher but a Friend from the 9th class textbook, from the SSC board, from Unit 3 Part B. This is a major discourse asked for 10 marks in the Paper 1 of 9th class question paper. On to the pattern to follow. Write the title, that is the title of the poem. Write the theme of the poem, the central idea of the poem. Then the stage setting, the setting that we would do on the stage in order to bring the atmosphere for the poem. Location of the chorus, where the chorus or the singing group is located. Then make a tabular column with the heading, serial number, stanza, theme and meaning. And in this choreography, I have included one more column, that is the action column. So what are the actions we are going to do for that respective stanza? I have written in that particular row in that column. Then in the conclusion part, write what you have learned from the poem. From the entire poem, what you have learned, that we write in the conclusion part. And remember children, the entire poem won't come as the question in the question paper. You might be given any of the 2 paragraphs or the 3 paragraphs. So if you are thorough with the entire poem, whatever part comes, you would be able to write it thoroughly. Now let's come to the primary information of this poem. Title: Not Just a Teacher but a Friend. Characters: 10 students, 1 teacher. So it's approximately I have written 10 students. So that's what a stage can accommodate, I suppose. So 8 to 10 students we can write. Location: classroom. So what atmosphere we are creating, that is what the location is. We are creating a classroom atmosphere. Chorus: where is the chorus made to stand? It's on the right hand side of the stage. Stage setting. So what is the setting that we are going to do in order to bring the classroom atmosphere? That is 2 benches, 2 desks, 2 chairs, 1 table. Theme. Theme is the central idea of the entire poem. A good teacher inspires the students. That's what is the theme on which the entire poem revolves. So here, as I told you, I have included one more column, that is action column. Now let me read the first stanza for you. I had nowhere to turn, had nowhere to go. This is just something I think you need to know. I don't know what made me trust you. I still remember the day when I told you what I have been through. I thought I should run away, go hide in a hole. But then you really brought out my true soul. So in this poem we see that there was a boy, a child who was very much depressed and desolate and feeling like running away, and he shares his problem with the teacher. Let's look at the meaning. The child was completely immersed in his problems and he was very much depressed. At that time, the teacher came close to him, listened to his problems, consoled him and strengthened him. Now, how are we going to enact it? That we are going to see in the action column. A child shares his problems with his teacher. That is, a child is speaking to the teacher. The teacher puts his hand on the child's shoulder, pats him and wipes his tears. So this is how we are showing that the teacher is showing concern towards the student. The theme. What is the underlying theme? The child found his teacher trustworthy and reliable. Sharing made his heart light. Sharing his problems made his heart light enough. On to the second stanza. As each day grew longer, our trust became stronger. Each time I wanted to cry, you stayed there right by my side. So what's the meaning here? As the days passed, the bonding between the child and the teacher became stronger. And how are we going to enact it? The teacher speaks to the child in a very friendly way. This is the action that we are going to follow in order to showcase this particular line. What's the theme? What's the central idea? The child developed a good rapport with the teacher. He has made a good bonding between the teacher and himself. On to the third stanza. Then I moved to the next grade. Boy, was I afraid that our trust would slowly fade. But I was wrong. We are still strong. What does this mean? When the child moved to the next class, he thought that the bonding between him and his teacher would become weaker, but he was wrong. What happened? The teacher was as friendly as he was previously. So how are we going to show this in actions? So as we are telling that the boy moved to the 10th class or the next class, so how we are going to show this is on the blackboard, the child is going to write 10th class. Generally we write the class, present, absent on the board, right? So that way the child is writing 10th class. That means he has gone from 9th class to 10th class. The boy writes 10th class on the blackboard and is sitting thoughtfully. He has a misconception that the teacher won't be as close as he was the previous year, right? But the teacher was as friendly as he was. Now what's the theme here? Distances cannot break the relationship. Though the child has moved to the next grade, that doesn't mean the relation between them is going to be becoming weaker. On to the next stanza. The fourth stanza. Even though sometimes you don't have time, you at least ask me if I am fine. Even though sometimes I am not, I feel like I have just been shot. I smile and say, yes, I am all right. Then I walk away and you are out of sight. I'll just have to wait. I still have my fate. What does this mean? Though the teacher is very busy, he takes time to show concern for the child. The child is happy and waits for the next time when he can meet the teacher. So he eagerly waits for the next meeting, next time when he can meet the teacher. How are we going to enact it? The teacher smiles at the child and inquires him and keeps moving. The child smiles and keeps looking at the teacher till he is out of sight. He keeps on looking at the teacher. That is, he enjoys the moment that he spends with the teacher. And he is waiting for the next meeting. What's the central idea? The concern of the teacher has no limits or boundaries. That is, just because the child has moved to the next class, he doesn't ignore him. There are no boundaries or limits for the love and affection of the teacher towards the child. On to the last stanza. I'm so glad that you were there when I was sad. And this is what makes you not just my 9th grade teacher, my friend. The meaning of this stanza is, the child feels that he is very lucky to have had such a friendly teacher as his 9th class teacher. And how are we going to enact it? The child smiles to show happiness. And what's the central idea? It is a fortune to get a loving and affectionate teacher. Now we move on to the conclusion. A teacher is not just a person who teaches lessons, corrects answer scripts, and allots marks, but a person who is concerned about the child's welfare. In times of distress, a teacher stands by the child, providing the right counseling and guidance. Hope you all understood how to make a choreography. Thank you, children. Thank you for watching and have a nice day. Please leave a comment in the comment box. And if this choreography was really useful to you, please click the like button. Thank you and have a nice day.